Good evening. Good evening, everybody. How are you this evening? I've got a very illuminating light. It's very weird looking on the screen coming in. It's really, really bright here in the evenings because I'm at the front of the house. So, and we've just had a little bit of a tantrum from a very unruly toddler, a very tall, lanky, unruly toddler who is our new Saluki Diesel, who is a mummy's boy and gets very upset if I walk out of the room, go downstairs, or try and come in my office to do a live. So Dan is trying to keep said Saluki under control whilst I try and deliver a live without any barking. So we'll see how that goes, won't we? And it's fine because that's life, and I can deal with toddlers in all different genres, Salukis and humans, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, hi, good evening, and how are you? For those of you who do not know me, and I wasn't live last Tuesday, I was poorly last week, so I missed my live last Tuesday, it's very rare for me to do that. I only do it when I'm really not right. So you know that I wasn't scamming. Anyway, I'm Mandy Nicholson, and oh my life, you've got to love how doggos. Yes, you have. I'm Mandy Nicholson, and I am the Creative Genius Consultant. I'm an artist, I'm an author, and I help you lovely creative women out there to launch, grow, and scale your businesses and make more money. And tonight, I wanted to talk to you about skepticism and becoming more of a skeptic and how that is hugely positive. And you're going to say, Mandy, what are you talking about? Being a skeptic is not positive because it means that, you are constantly questioning things and that you don't believe things. And yes, I agree. That is quite negative. Skeptics can be quite negative. And we are, as humans, generally skeptical. We are skeptical about the dodgy sales calls that we get. We are skeptical about some of the cheesy sales stuff that goes on through social media and other mediums that we see. We're skeptical about people until we get to know them. We're skeptical about promises. We're skeptical about so many things, except the things that we should be skeptical about, the things that we are doing over and over again on a loop, habitually, that are not serving us. So why are we so outwardly skeptical and almost judgmental of some of the things that we have no control over and no influence over? And yet we are not skeptics about the things that are not serving us. So that's why I wanted to bring up skepticism tonight and encourage you to be more skeptical, but more inwardly skeptical about the things that are going on in your life that are not serving you. So what are you talking about, Mandy? If you are in business and you are doing something in your business and you are doing it over and over again and it's not getting you a result, why are you not skeptical about that process? That's the question I want to pose for you tonight. And I've used the word skeptic as an acronym because those of you that have watched me for a long time know that I love an acronym and I love to prepare for my lives with scrap paper, recycled paper. So what does it take to become a skeptic of the things that are not serving you in your life? So the S in skeptic is for simplicity. The first thing you need to do to become more skeptical and have an inward look at your performance in your business and in your life is to simplify things. It is the simplest of things that give us the best result always, 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 always. It's not the complex stuff. So for instance, if you're in business and you are trying to juggle a million different things and trying to do lots and lots of different things, how many of those things are giving you the result that you want? If they are not all giving you the result that you want, why are you doing them all? What one thing could give you a better result if you did it. Now, I bet the one thing that would give you a better result is a little bit scary, maybe a bit of a risk, maybe a bit difficult. Yeah. So you're probably skeptical about that one thing because you may have to invest money or time or push yourself outside your comfort zone in it. Yet you may be doing 10 things that are not serving you, and you are not skeptical about those. This is why I wanted to bring this to the table. It's a bit of a reverse psychology thing tonight. So, to simplify, using the S to simplify, if you time blocked your day into 2-hour blocks and focused on one thing for 2 hours, and then took a break and focused on one thing for 2 hours, instead of jumping all over the place like we tend to do as creatives with all those different things that are not serving you, I reckon within a week or two, you could really get your business on rails and performing better for you. That's what we're here for, isn't it? So that's the S in skeptic. The K in skeptic is for know-how. Know-how. You do not need to know the how. Okay, you do not. If you simplify and focus on one thing and go all in, really focus on it. It's the one thing that you're scared of doing. It's the one thing that you find difficult. It's the one thing that's likely to bring you the best results. You don't need to know how it's going to work initially. You just need to trust that it's going to make a difference to you. And I know that is really, really hard, particularly for those of us out there who like to be in control. Sometimes it's an illusion. Control is an illusion. We are never in control of anything. Life can throw a curveball at any moment in time. So you might as well be doing the uncomfortable things, the big things that make the biggest difference, that are scary, that fill you full of fear, that may cost you money, that may cost you time. You might as well be doing them and less of them than all of the other things that sit within your comfort zone that are comfortable and easy and nice. Become skeptical about them and become less skeptical and more open to the other things. You do not now know, you do not need to know how. That's the K in skeptical. The E in skeptical is for exposed. We fear being exposed as a fraud if we look like we are doing something well and we're not really doing something well. If we've got all these different things going on out in our business, we are sometimes very fearful. Therefore, we're skeptical about sharing our true selves with people, including the cock-ups that we make, including the mistakes that we make, including our own insecurities and fears. When you feel exposed, fear sets in and you retreat even more. You'll retreat to the things that you know well, the things that give you comfort, which are the things that are probably not serving you. So being exposed is about being able to step outside of fear, not be frightened of people seeing the true you, because actually the true you, even if the true you is not 100% and maybe not what people are used to seeing, is more authentic and believable. And people will be less skeptical about you if you show up and allow yourself. And I'm not telling you to expose yourself, but be free to expose yourself as your true self, because that's what people want to see in business. People don't want frauds. Yeah, this is why we are skeptical. So the P in skeptical is for peace, being at peace with what will be, and being at peace with taking risks, being at peace with stepping outside your comfort zone, accepting that this can become the norm. The very first time that my ladies that join me in the Creative Mastermind invest in themselves at the level that it costs them for the Creative Mastermind, which is £5,000, it's the biggest thing they have ever done in their lives. Yes, they're skeptical. Not only they are skeptical, but usually their partners or their parents or their siblings are skeptical, and they're going, what's this woman charging you all this money for? And they've got this going on in their ears. So this makes them really, really skeptical. And it has an impact on you when you're hearing that skepticism from other people. So being at peace with what will be and saying, no, my time is now and I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to take this big risk. I'm going to do something big for the first time because I want to have big results. This is what I'm talking about now, about you being skeptical about all the things you're doing to play small and not being skeptical about the things that can make the biggest difference to you in your business. I'm not saying go and hire a $5,000 coach or a $30,000 coach. Do your homework, make sure that you know who you're going to be working with, what you're going to be investing in, never ever throw your money away, but look at life slightly differently and be at peace with investing in yourself and be at peace with the fact that others are going to be skeptical. You be inwardly skeptical of the small things, but not of the big things. The T in skeptic is for too many things. I'm going to guess that you are juggling too many things. And when you are juggling too many things, and all these things that you are juggling are habits and norms in your business and life, you are extremely skeptical about anything outside of that. We go back to focusing on one thing and being skeptical of the small things. So let me give you an example. This week, I have started using my own journal, my 21-day journal, which is sitting at the side of me here, and I've been colouring in this, okay? Because all year I have been struggling to get myself on rails with my health. And there's a million, it's the biggest thing I've ever done. I've only ever done it for me. Bless you, Kirsty. There's a million excuses and reasons for me to not take control of my health. And what I mean by that is eating less, exercising more. I don't mean going on a diet. I don't mean losing tons of weight really quickly. I mean just taking control back of my health. It's the one thing I haven't nailed in the last couple of years. That's me being exposed here and being really honest and being at peace with anybody having an opinion of that. So I'm doing all the things that I've just said to you here. This is a big thing. So I've put myself under a spotlight and I'm using my own journal to say I'm going to take control of this one thing. And I'm going to do this one thing for 3 weeks and I'm going to do it in my journal and I'm going to film it and I'm going to show you guys this is what I'm doing. And I've been avoiding it because like every other human on earth, when we have two choices to do what's difficult or to do what's easy, to not do it, we choose to not do it instead of to choose to do it. So too many things, juggling too many things and avoiding the one thing that can make the biggest difference in your life or your business is not good for you. So be skeptical about all the things you are juggling right now. The I in skeptic, we're nearing the end of skeptic now as my acronym, is for intuition. Okay, we all get a gut feeling about things. We get a gut feeling about people. We get a gut feeling about situations. We get really excited about a business idea or something that we really want to do, following our dreams, doing a vision board and thinking you can do all sorts of things. Yeah. And then we get skeptical and we ignore our gut because we listen to the people around us. Yeah, we think about all the times in the past. What happens in our brains is it replays all the failures that we've had and brings them into the current situation. That's a natural human reaction to any situation. When you are facing something new, so your intuition is telling you to go and do something, you've got a gut feeling about it. You think it's right. It's either a person or it's an opportunity or it's something new. Yeah, you've got a gut feeling, you want to do it. And what happens? Your brain goes, well, the last time you did this, and this happened. And then your partner goes, well, remember the time that you tried this and this happened. And then your parents say something. And then everybody talks you down. And that gut feeling, that intuition that you have slips away. And what have you done? You've got skeptical about the one big thing that could change your life or your business instead of all the little things that you're currently doing that are not changing your life or your business. So trust your gut feeling. It usually serves you well. We get it for a reason. It's a physical reaction to our brains coming up with an exciting or great opportunity. So finally, the C in skeptic is for capable. You are 100% capable of doing any of the things that I've just talked about. You are capable of simplifying, of niching down, of focusing on one thing. You are capable of knowing how to do, just trusting that you already know how to do whatever it is you want to do. You are capable of exposing yourself, and I don't mean exposing yourself, of showing up and despite the fear of feeling exposed, of feeling like a fraud, and still doing the thing. You are capable of that. You are capable of being at peace with what will be and allowing life to unfold and to follow the path that's being put before you. You are capable of stopping to doing too many things. Okay, the T is for too many things. You are capable of stopping doing too many and doing the one that's going to make the biggest difference. You are capable of listening to your gut, of following your intuition, of knowing the answer, knowing the path, knowing the way that you should go. But something, this skeptic in you, is holding you back. So tonight, my message is I want you to challenge the skeptic that judges all of the external things, the skeptic that sees these big opportunities, knows that they could be the answer, and that then talks you down from them. I want you to take serious note of your intuition. I want you to take serious note and trust that you are 100% capable of trusting yourself, of trusting your judgment, of trusting your intuition. So I wanted to turn skeptic on its head tonight and ask you to be more of a skeptic of the things that are not serving you, and be more open to the things that could serve you so much better. So that's why I wanted to show up and talk about this tonight. It's not a traditional subject that people are talking about, probably will be now because somebody will watch it and nick it, because that's what happens online. That's me being a bit of a skeptic, isn't it? But you know what I always say? Steal with pride. Steal with pride. If something that you watch, see, or hear gives you an idea, and you can take that and you can do it your way and not steal somebody else's content, then absolutely steal with pride. At the end of the day, where do ideas come from? They come from what already exists all of the time. So I do want to stick my hand up and say I am 4 weeks out now from my next 5-day challenge. It's 4 weeks to us actually launching my next 5-day challenge. If you have not done a 5-day challenge with me before, you really should. It will be the most amazing thing that you've ever done. It will be the most eye-opening thing that you've ever done. You might be skeptical about 5-day challenges. You might be skeptical about somebody trying to sell to you during one of these events. You might be skeptical because you've heard things from other people out there. So my challenge to you tonight is to not be skeptical. I'd nick it, but I'd credit you, lovely. Awesome. Thanks. You can nick it and credit me anytime. So if you are skeptical about change, about facing all of those demons, about the skepticisms, the external skeptic that exists in all of us right now. Yeah, if you are skeptical about all of these things, you know what? That's the very reason I want you to come and do my 5-day challenge, because I guarantee, absolutely 100% guarantee, you will learn tons. You will go away, workbooks in hand, all fired up, ready to change the things that you do in your business. And yes, I open the doors on my creative mastermind on the Wednesday of my 5-day challenge. I never, ever try and do anything underhand or sneaky. I tell you that from the get-go. But that does not mean that I'm going to stick your arm up your back and force you to join me. Don't be such a skeptic. Be open, because some of the ladies watching this tonight decided to invest in themselves and decided to change their lives. And they are on such an amazing journey right now. And I have got some amazing women in my program right now that honestly give me goosebumps with the work that they are doing on their creative businesses. We've got all sorts of creatives doing amazing things right now. Kirsty's watching. Kirsty is a fantastic artist and a children's author and illustrator. Her work is absolutely stunning. I've got Penny, who is going to be doing wedding events, painting a signature canvas at wedding events and other events like christenings and birthdays that everybody puts a touch on as a fantastic keepsake from that event. I've got authors. We've got the wonderful Rebecca Williams-Dinsdale, who is a wonderful coach and author and teacher. I have got some stunning, I love being the creative genius consultant because I get to work with creative geniuses. And if that's you and you're a creative genius, stop being so darn skeptical about yourself and get yourself into my 5-day challenge. The link's in the comments. It's either above or to the side. Click the link, get on the wait list, and come and join me on the 11th of July. That's the start date. 11th of July actually starts on the 10th, the Sunday night, with the first live that I do. And then it's 5 days packed full of information and me answering your questions and working together to get you to the end of the week where you can go away and do something really dramatic that will change something in your business. So I didn't do the skeptic talk tonight to talk about my 5-day challenge. I just started talking about it because it seemed relevant at the end. But I'm passionate about it because it's the best way that I can help you. And it's the best way that you can actually come behind the scenes and get to know me really, really well. So think about all I've said tonight. Think about all of those key points in that very professionally written acronym that I did tonight. I haven't got a copy of this, and normally I have a handout. I just haven't had time to do it today. But I'm happy to type one up if you do want a copy of that skeptic handout. And I will get it to you in the next couple of days. I can't promise immediately, but let me know if you do want a copy of that. I'm always happy to knock something up. It only takes a few minutes. And I will see you the same time next Tuesday evening, all being well, and the universe not throwing any curveballs at me, talking about another subject that will help you in your business. So have a wonderful week. I will see you in 7 days' time. Don't forget to click the link and get yourself in my challenge. Bye for now.